Hi guys, Ben here, and welcome to episode 2 of the Creators Interview. And today we have our special guest is Total Kathy,
Hello.
and today she's telling a weight loss story. So you can just begin by telling your story.
Wow, there's a lot to it, Ben. Thanks for having me on here. Well, there's a lot of layers to my story. I was overweight all my life. I was very overweight all my life. And I had lost weight several times. Now, I don't know how many stones are in a pound, but I was over 537 pounds. I don't know how many stones that is, but at one time in my life. I own a beauty salon. I cut hair for 25 years, 30 years. And, it was hard on my legs to be that heavy. And when I was in the 90s, in the mid 90s, a famous fitness guru from the US came to my town. His name is Richard Simmons, and he made fitness videos. He was very famous here in the United States at that point. And I met him at a cookie factory, believe it or not. And he helped me lose weight. I started losing weight, and he helped me lose 200 pounds. And I started doing television shows with him and infomercials and traveling with him, which was so much fun. Let me see here. I have a picture of when I first met Richard. Well, I'll keep looking while I talk. So I lost 200 pounds with the help of Richard Simmons, and I did all that television and all that. And then when that was kind of over, I gained all the weight back plus some. I went through a tough time in my life where I lost everybody in my life. I have no living relatives. So I just kind of shut my life down and kind of gave up. And I ate my way back up to 537 pounds. And I spent a long time, about 10 years, pretty much bedridden in my home. I couldn't work or cut hair anymore. And I made a decision that at one point, that if anything was going to change in my life, I was the person that was going to make the change. So on my own, I just decided that the best thing I could do would just eat healthy every day. That was my job. So every day I made sure I ate healthy, and I've lost, it's been about 3 years now, and I've lost 178 pounds so far. So I'm still losing weight. I have a long ways to go, but it's just a lot of determination. Here is the picture of when I first met Richard Simmons on a cruise ship. I remember he said, "Sit on my lap," and I said, "Sit on your lap? I'm going to crush you." We became good friends, and this is after I'd lost the weight, a picture of me with him. And that's at QVC. I did QVC with him. I was a testimony to sell his products. He also sold weight loss products and videotapes. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. I don't have much more than that. I mean, there's a lot of details to it, but that's my road to good health. And my message is to never give up. If you have something you want to do, be it weight loss or a goal that you have, just never give up. Just keep trying. So about a year ago, I decided to start my own YouTube channel. And I started it February 19th of 2018. And I just started building my little channel, and pretty soon I just had daily motivational things I talked about. And then I started doing a devotional every morning, because it seemed like there was a lot of people that just needed some positivity to start their day with. So I started doing that every morning. I do a live stream with a devotional, and then we pray, and then we just talk the rest of the hour. And so that's kind of been my life in a nutshell. I'm still trying to lose the rest of this weight. My goal is to get healthy enough so I have enough stamina to work a full-time job again. I know I'm old. Most people my age are wanting to retire. I want to get back out in the workforce, and I just want to live my life. Pretty simple. Help other people lose weight and find their joy and happiness too. Nothing fills me up more than inspiring other people.
What were your previous diet attempts, if you any?
Yes, I tried almost all of them. I tried Weight Watchers. I did the low fat diet back in the 80s. I did the drinking the shakes instead of meals. Oh my goodness, just counting calories. Oh, so many, so many. When I was overweight all my life, and when I was 3 years old, I was taken to a weight loss doctor. Now that was way, way back in ancient days when they put kids on drugs, not realizing what kind of effect it had on them. And the doctor actually put me on speed. And I remember being just a wound up little kid until my mother said, this just can't be good. And she took me off of them. And then, you know, I was just a fat kid all my life. I was everybody's friend, you know, but never had any boyfriends. I was always, you know, real well liked, but, you know, just everybody's friend. And, you know, I tried to lose weight. It seemed like all my life I'm on a diet, you know, I just, sometimes I'd have success and sometimes not.
What was the light bulb moment that pushed you to lose the weight?
I think I just hit bottom and bounced around for a while. Life was just so miserable, it couldn't get any worse. So sometimes when we're miserable enough, we'll do something to change. And I think that my spirituality, my faith in God has brought me a long way, because when there were times when I just hit a wall and didn't think I could do it anymore, he always seemed to give me enough, just enough of a push to get me through. Somebody, it always happens. Somebody came into my life, or something happened. When I was bedridden, I took a course online. I am a certified life coach, and that came to me through someone paid for it for me. So that was just a nice step for when I started getting healthier. Now I do life coaching, and I make a little money on the side doing it. I lead groups to lose weight, and it's been a really helpful thing that I've learned. Plus, you know, I'm a hairdresser, so I talk very easy. I can make people feel comfortable around me because that's what I did for so many years.
What kept you motivated when you were down?
Usually either friends or my faith, um, or sometimes I would read stories about other people who had accomplished what I want to accomplish. It seemed like there was always inspiration somewhere. When you look for it, you'll find it. You just have to keep your eyes open and look for it.
What was your biggest struggle, food, exercise, or temptation?
Um, hmm, Probably, you know, I always knew what I should be eating. It was the temptation part, and that was more of an emotional connection I had with food. Like a drug addict needs drugs, I needed that food, because that was when I was eating, I felt nothing. I didn't feel any loneliness or any sadness or any of that. I just felt numb. So food has always been a drug of choice for me. I also have found a lot of help in the 12 steps of recovery that a lot of people who are addicted use. There's a group called Overeaters Anonymous, and it's been very helpful. Um, you know, you have to heal from the inside out. People can give you a diet and tell you how to eat, but unless you do it, it's not going to do any good. And it's just that emotional attachment that you have to disconnect with and choose to live your life instead.
what made, when he said you put the £500 or whatever it was back on, what made the second time round different?
The losing part or gaining part?
The losing part?
I think I just was so miserable. And I think that it was, my whole life had brought me to that point. I had a lot of self-awareness by that point. So when I decided to do it, I had had enough experience, success and failing, that I was able to gather all the info I had and pull it together. And I'm still in the middle of my battle. I have another 150 pounds to lose. I have a long ways to go, but I've come a long ways as well. So I'll get there.
What do you think hitting your goal will feel like or be like?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that goal, that big number. And I have a theory about that. I don't think that my joy and happiness is going to happen when I step on that scale and it has that magic number. I don't think there's any arrival with what I'm doing. I think that my joy and happiness started when I decided to take care of myself and respect myself enough to eat healthy every day. So I don't think there's any arrival. This is something that I will always have to do and think about the rest of my life and be mindful of. I could backslide very easy. Most people who lose weight do. There's a 95% gain back percentile of people that gain back weight when they lose it. And I think the point is we can't look at it as a diet. It is a permanent lifestyle change. Anything else?
How long did it take you to lose as much as you have so far?
It's taken about 3 years. It's been a slow loss, but a little slower than I want it to be. But they say that if you lose it slow, you won't gain it back so easily. So it's worth it, taking the time to do it right.
Okay. Thanks. That's all the questions I have, if that's all right. And if any of you guys want to be a future guest, then the link will be in the description for a Google form, or you can fill it in to be a future guest. And thanks for coming on, Kathy. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking me.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.